We must separate Nigeria's long-standing internal problems from President Trump's recent response. Soyinka. Soyinka has weighed in on the US President Donald Trump's fiery remarks about alleged persecutions of Christians in Nigeria. Trump had ordered the US Department of Defense to prepare for possible action in Nigeria, warning Abuja to act fast to stop the buying of Christians. Nigeria's federal government pushed back immediately, insisting that insecurity affects all groups and that Trump's narrative is misleading. Speaking on democracy now, Soyinka said Trump's sweeping claims distort reality and risk inflaming religious tensions that already runs deep. He warned that framing Nigeria's crisis as Christian versus Muslim is inaccurate and dangerous. And this was Soyinka said. I don't understand him. We must separate Nigeria's long-standing internal problems from President Trump's recent response. He said, the Christian Islam or Islam versus the West kind of dichotomy has existed for decades. It became truly horrendous when politics got mixed up with religious differences. Soyinka argued that Nigerian politicians have long weaponized religion for power while failing to hold extremists accountable, creating an atmosphere where impunity thrives. He recalled the lynching of a female student accused of blasphemy, noting that Akbars were caught on camera boasting, yet they still walked free. While perpetrators of such horrors go free, it strengthens the perception that a brutal war is going on between Christians and Muslims. He said, in truth, we are dealing with extremists, political Islamists, known sometimes as ISWAP or Boko Haram, not with Muslims as a people. He added that extremist groups have forged ties with global terror networks, gaining access to advanced weapons that sometimes overpower Nigeria's security forces. Soyinka also blamed past Nigerian leaders for failing to decisively confront violent fundamentalism. And if the past one did not do it, what happened to the current one? Why can't the current one too do it? And why can't the current one decisively confront violent fundamentalism? When we have sweeping statements like Trump's, it doesn't make things easier. It expands the region of hostility and makes peaceful resolution even more difficult. Soyinka also revealed his US visa was revoked because of his criticism of Trump's administration. You criticize somebody, you now want him to welcome you into his country that he's the president. If now you won't do the same thing. So I have a feeling that I haven't been flattering Donald Trump, and I see no reason to do that. He added that Trump should feel flattered that he once compared him to Idi Amin, the notorious former Ugandan ruler. Trump has said he likes war. I'm quoting him, Idi Amin was a man of war and brutality. Soyinka said Idi Amin even called himself the last king of Scotland. He claimed he was going to liberate Scotland from the British. Baba Soyinka, what are you saying? Who is this person? At school, like everybody says, Mr. Soyinka, we all know you hate America because Trump revoked your visa. We no longer need the analogy in this issue. Francis Yelimo says, nothing good can come from you again because you're a traveler by God. Patrick Barnaby says, do we need this explanation? I don't know who asked him. I don't know. Ashadra says, America, come on, don't listen to anyone, come, we need Biafra Republic. Tefe says, just keep quiet, hypocrisy and tribalism has eaten deep into you. Francis Okafor says, Nigeria needs to be divided so that all this nonsense will stop. Dele says, Soyinka is an antichrist, so I don't expect anything less from him. Atime Odofia says, there is nothing like sweeping statement. Trump is saying the fact. There is Christian genocide in Plateau and Benue State. Uche Ugo Buzo says, Baba don't wake up from his slumber. George says, Soyinka seems far from realities that foster positive output for national progress. Let the Prof realize that he supported religious difference as assumed the monumental capacity, where presumably imported religious fanatics turned into armed terror bandits networks group with formal mission of terrorizing, kidnapping, buying, slaughtering indigenous strife for land occupation and imposition of religious sect mandates. And why had the government enhanced corrective measures as Trump recommended? Okeke says action, not just saying. Akin Bumi says Prof is trying to speak nice. Do that so that the ban on his visa can be lifted. Okay, this says Nigeria be halo now. When Baba Soyinka got arrested, dehumanized and jailed because of Biafran praised him, but now that he's saying the truth that Trump's statement could incite those Islam against Christians. Why would he incite you? We are trying to make you've already been incited and people are talking, you still want to fight war again. I beg. At El Innocent says, whoever says there is no genocide against Christians in Nigeria is a devil. All the innocent blood that the Muslims have shed against Christians will never stop crying until they are avenged. Years back, Muslims slaughtered a brother in the north who went for his service, the only son of his late parents, with a sister that might is this brother for his refusing to deny Jesus Christ. And the friend who denied Jesus Christ came back home to tell how they slaughtered someone's child, and you people are there saying rubbish that Trump should not come. So yes, he says, say it loud, not to northerners, that mixing politics with religion will dissolve Nigeria faster than imagined. So what they did by insisting on Muslim tickets will hurt them when the South is ready to pay them back. Pastor Ezra says, no doubt about the former rulers of this country are drastically failed because they use religion, ethnicity and politics to destabilize Nigeria instead of using the right persons to rule us. So to say when the father and mother failed, it is the children that will suffer. Christian says, immediately I saw his face, I knew I was going to read rubbish from him. Professor in crime, Trump said he's coming for terrorists buying Christians. He didn't say he's coming for Muslims. Why is this too difficult for you people to understand Trump's threats? It seems many of you are benefiting from this insecurity in Nigeria. A lot of them. Stephen Michael says, Professor, millions of Nigeria respect you before, but for now, you be eating government. But for you to be eating government money with Tinubu and also supporting him of buying this country, you're on your own, no. Just imagine US sanctioned you. Soyinka says, Soyinka's position here is biased, very biased. Soyinka is speaking from his age-long prejudice against Donald Trump. I think Trump is clear and direct in his position that he will come for extremists and terrorists that are buying Christians. So saying that Trump made sweeping statements make it look like he's against Muslims, which is not true, except if you are saying all Muslims are terrorists, which is not true. When people do not mean well, they mix up and twist issues. As Uber Fidelity says, you are urgently needed to come and do that. Pagam says, this is damage control, I beg. However, says, enemy within is still talking. Go and think about how to solve the problem of courses they said you initiated in Nigeria school. Yes, so is the founding father. Since you're my listener, don't forget to like, to share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.